new watch, new babe.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's good, TMG fam? It's your boy L, and I'm back with another reaction. How y'all feel? Welcome back to the channel. Salute. Now listen, I first need to apologize, man, to all my dancers out there. I didn't know, bro. I didn't know. You know what I mean? I knew that to a certain extent that, you know, dancing was very taxing on the body in certain aspects, man, but never to an extent to where we got a video that says when ballet goes wrong. I did not know, man. You know what I'm saying? I hear the stories about, you know, the feet, some of the feet issues and complications, but I didn't know it was to the extent where we had a video when ballet goes wrong. So we're gonna check this video out, man. If you're new to the channel, you already know what to do. Find that subscribe button, hit it, man, and rock out with us. Let's go.
From tragic incidents to gruesome injuries, this is what happens when ballet goes wrong. Before we begin, be sure to subscribe to They Will Kill You. Hit the like button and request.
Yeah, and even seeing ballet goes wrong on a channel called They Will Kill You. They Will Kill You. Hopefully I ain't got no. Y'all be letting me go through a lot of these videos. I be having stuff all in my beard, man. I know it's no way for y'all to tell me, but still, man, don't let me go out like that. But yeah, seeing ballet on a channel called They Will Kill You just seems so interesting to me. I had to check it out.
Any topics you'd like to learn about in the comments section below. Number 8. Emma Livery. Emma Livery was a gifted 19th century ballerina who suffered a tragic death. On November 15th, 1862, the 20-year-old was rehearsing for a show in which she played the title role. During her second act entrance, Livery shook out her skirts, which caught fire on a gas light. She burst into flames, clasping the burning material to her torso out of modesty. Livery ran across the stage 3 times before other dancers and firemen extinguished the flames that had engulfed her body.
Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. Don't run. Stop, drop, and roll, bro. I know it seems rudimentary, but that's why they drilled it into our heads in like, what, elementary school, preschool? Stop, drop, and roll. When I used to teach fire classes, stop, drop, and roll. Yo, she made it worse.
Doctors in attendance examined her and found that pieces of her costume had melted into her flesh.
Oh.
Whatever remained of her costume can still be viewed at the Opera Museum in Paris. Livery had severe burns on her waist, back, thighs, shoulders, and arms. The incident could have reportedly been avoided as there were fire materials at the time. Yet even after suffering for months because of her burns, Livery still claimed, should I ever return to the stage, I would never think of wearing them. They are so ugly. She died in 1863 after her wounds opened up and she developed septicemia. Number 7.
Dang! Coming from somebody who's been burned before, like, it elevates that to a whole new level for me, bro. That's, like, I've been burned. I've had those severe burns to where they had to shave off part of my hair and they had to put cadaver skin on me. Like, I know what that's like, bro. My heart went out. Goodness gracious, bro. And then the wounds opened back up. That there. Because I get the whole visual, bro. Because I've been in a burn center. I've been in that unit, bro. I've seen things. I was messed up. But seeing some of the stuff that I saw in that burn unit, bro, scarred me for life. Straight up. Because you know what got me the most was seeing kids come in there, man. Seeing the kids come in there where the parent wasn't watching them for a split second and they pulled something down. Maybe it was iron or a pot of boiling water or something like that. And it burnt, bro. Telling you. If you ain't ever been in that burn center, bro, it'll change you.
Anna Pavlova. Russian ballerina Anna Pavlova is one of the best-known figures in ballet history. The dying swan role, created alongside choreographer Mikhail Fokine, has inspired ballerinas for decades. Pavlova danced with the Imperial Russian Ballet and the Ballets Russes before she formed her own ballet company. She became the first ballerina to take ballet around the world, touring in the United States, India, Australia, and South America. Pavlova developed pneumonia while touring the Netherlands, and her doctors told her that she would need surgery. They also told her the operation meant she would never dance again. To this, Pavlova reportedly answered, "If I can't dance, then I'd rather be dead." Her determination to keep dancing eventually led to her death. She succumbed to pleurisy in 1931, a few weeks before her 50th birthday. Number 6, Alexander.
I get it though. You know what I'm saying? At least you go out doing something you love to do. I get it.
Money Carly. In 1998, Alexander Money Carly died during rehearsal for a production of Romeo and Juliet with the Dutch National Ballet in Amsterdam. The 35-year-old had tried to rescue the production's director, who'd fallen off stage after mistaking the dark safety netting for part of it. The director landed in the orchestra pit, and Money Carly rushed to his aid, falling head first from several feet. He died from his injuries in the hospital 2 days later. An inquiry revealed that there wasn't sufficient lighting on the stage. Additionally, the orchestra pit, which was normally raised to stage level, had been lowered that day to allow access for electricians. His death was ruled accidental. Number 5, Ageism and Sexism. The career of a ballet dancer is quite short. Most of them begin dancing professionally when they're 19 and transition to a different career by their mid-30s. There have been complaints of ageism in ballet, as most of the choreography is often created in such a way that it can only be executed by a dancer that's relatively young. The way ballet is commonly structured has often drawn criticism for not respecting women. These critiques are often focused on a male director or choreographer who uses women's bodies as the medium for his artistic vision, but who often objectifies, ignores, or silences the women involved in the process.
That's cold, bro. You get to a certain age, they just throw you out. They always looking for the younger talent, man. That's messed up, bro. That's kind of like hip hop. Hip hop, they cap you off at a certain age. They feel like it's a young man's. No, it is not, man. Look at Jay-Z still rapping at like 50 something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate that about certain, you know what I mean, certain sports or certain music genres and athletes and stuff like that, man. If you could do it, man, you should be able to do it. You want the best product to put out to the people. Why does age have to be a factor? If they could give you the best product, then let them have that role or that part or make that song. Who cares? That irks me to death, man, when they do that to people. That irks me.
Number 4, stress.
Yeah.
Training in ballet comes with a great degree of perfectionism. Ballet dancers are under constant expectations to conform to highly exigent standards. Competition in their trade is fierce, and the positions in prestigious companies are limited.
I just get a cramp in my foot looking at that. Like, I tip my hats off to the dancers, bro. I get a cramp in my foot. Just look at this. Look at that.
Competition in their trade is fierce, and the positions in prestigious companies are limited. Those selected for the principal role in the production know that many others would consider themselves very fortunate to be in that same position. It isn't uncommon for them to fear that they're going to be replaced. That's why many perform even if their health is in jeopardy. They weather through the grueling pain caused by their injuries without ever showing it. There's also the fear that if they contact a doctor, they'll be given the crushing news that they should give up dancing. The stress of being replaced, the pressure of performing, and the fear of failure can often lead to serious mental issues. Recent studies have found that dancers tend to have a higher psychological inflexibility, a state of mind connected to anxiety and depression in teenagers. It involves an excessive involvement in internal events, such as memories, emotions, and thoughts, which can ultimately prove detrimental to mental health. Number 3.
I had no idea it was that much stress like that, bro. But yeah, worrying about your spot being taken all the time throughout your... Who wants a career like that where you gotta constantly look over your shoulder? You're always fighting for your position. It's kind of like sports again. I related to sports. It's like the NFL. Sheesh, I did not know.
Eating disorders.
Yeah. Now, I figured this would be one of them. Eating disorders.
For ballerinas, body image issues start early. Many ballet schools hold regular weigh-ins, which ballet dancers must take part in from a young age. Many dancers starve themselves in the days leading up to the weigh-ins, and even so, they're often told they need to lose more weight. Because ballet is a visual expression and the dancers wear skin-tight clothes, they become extremely self-conscious about the way they look. In some circles, the body of the ballerina is viewed as the ideal body type, but in order to obtain it, dancers often push themselves to unhealthy limits. Some choose to follow drastic diets as well as smoke cigarettes and drink coffee to keep their weight down. The problem with this is that their bodies become frail, even though their craft requires a high level of strength and flexibility. A study revealed that ballet dancers are 3 times more likely to develop an eating disorder, while another indicates that 1 in 5 dancers typically suffers from such a condition. Anorexia nervosa, bulimia nervosa, and binge eating disorder are statistically high among ballet dancers. Common effects of eating disorders include extreme slenderness, hair loss, infertility, or anemia due to iron deficiency. If they're not getting enough calcium, it can lead to bone deterioration.
See, this is why somebody needs to come along and start a dancer studio, the biggest dancer studio, and just have different weight classes, man. You know what I mean? It should be the ones who are able to be that size can have this class. The ones who are able to keep this size, if you're between this, it should have somewhere for everybody to go, man. Like, I'm not a fan of everybody being this one little size. Everybody want to be shaped like a Barbie doll. Like, I don't even like that in a woman myself. I don't want no super skinny bone. You see her bones through her. No, who wants? To each his own. If that's what you like, that's what you like. I'm just saying for me, bro. And then, like you said, the compound stress on top of that. Like you having weigh-ins like you a fighter, like you a boxer. You got to make weight every time you come. I had no idea, bro. You had to make weight every time you come in. They weighing you. Yeah, for a woman, that's crazy, bro. Dang, I had no idea, fam. Like, y'all really want me, like, I really want to now go to like a ballet studio and just talk to some of the women there or the girls there and interview them. I want to do a whole interview with some of them now.
Also, due to the lack of proper nourishment, the muscles begin to consume themselves. This can be a life-threatening issue if the muscular deterioration ends up affecting the heart. Yet there are dancers who seem to be defying the ideal ballerina stereotype. Misty Copeland, a soloist for the American Ballet Theatre, was considered a prodigy in her youth, but her bones were becoming brittle. She was given birth control pills to trigger the hormones that would strengthen her bones. However, her body began to change, and she started to gain weight, with which she initially struggled. However, Copeland would eventually become the staple of the strong ballerina, in contrast with the traditional frail body type. Number 2, other health issues. Research suggests that ballet dancers suffer injuries to such an extent that their profession is comparable to that of athletes in contact sports. The wear and tear on their bodies is among the reasons why their careers are so short. Arthritis and inflammation of the joints is one of the most common ailments they experience. It's characterized by pain and stiffness in their ankles and knees. Their hips are affected by the imbalance of the amount of turn out and turn in during the routines. In some cases, ballerinas undergo hip replacements once their career is over. Aside from that, the lower back is subjected to repetitive shocks, and they can suffer knee injuries in the form of meniscal or cartilage tears. Out of all these medical issues, one rises above the rest as the most notorious injury associated with ballet.
Parents, why would you even let your daughter go out for this now? I used to think it was just so cute that if somebody have a little girl, they need to get them in ballet real quick. It just is it seemed like just the American way. You have a daughter, as soon as she gets of age, you put her in ballerina. That's just what you do. I never knew the ramification. I never knew all of this stuff is possibly taking place, bro. I would never suggest somebody put their child in ballerina now. That is ridiculous. You just say, I feel like now if you're doing that, you set them on the wrong path.
Number 1, ballerina feet.
Right.
The feet are perhaps the most commonly injured part of a ballerina's body. This is because a lot of the movements they perform have to be executed en pointe. What this means is that their entire body weight is supported by the tips of their feet. Ballerinas wear special lightweight shoes which offer little in the way of protection. The shoes and the demanded moves that have to be performed over and over again eventually wreak havoc on the feet. Cuts, bruises, blisters, and calluses are frequent occurrences. Nails break, grow inward, or even fall off, and the trauma can sometimes result in infections. It's why
Trying to get that sight out y'all head. Did you see those feet? I'm supposed to go eat something in a little while. I gotta try to watch something else to get this out my
why some ballerinas opt to have their nails removed entirely. Ballerinas have to arch their feet to create certain lines, and this causes pain and swelling in the plantar fascia.
Did y'all hear that? They take their nails off.
Even fall off, and the trauma can sometimes result in infections. It's why some ballerinas opt to have their nails removed entirely. Ballerinas have to arch their feet to create certain lines, and this causes pain and swelling in the plantar fascia, a strip of tissue that runs along the bottom of the foot. Sprains and stress fractures aren't uncommon, nor is the fact that a dancer will often choose to power through them, which results in more serious damage. Male ballet dancers have to experience the toll their profession takes on their feet as well. The movements they perform frequently involve jumps, turns, or lifts, which often result in broken toes, sprained ankles, or Achilles tendon injuries. From afar, the performances that ballet dancers put on may look graceful, flowing, and effortless. However, few of those who admire the shows are aware of the physical and psychological anguish that dancers sometimes have to go through. Thanks for watching.
Bro, the next time I hear some parents say, yeah, I'm getting ready to send my baby girl, she's finna sign up for ballerina, I'll be like, no! Me running to slow motion, no, don't do. Bro, did you hear this video? No. If I ever go to I've never been to what they call them? What is it, a ballerina play or something like that, recital or something? I don't know what it's called, never been to one. If I was ever to go, I would be in the audience cringing because now I've been exposed to what they go through. So they could be doing the entire show in pain. They probably are in pain. And everybody's sitting out there like, oh, it's so graceful. Oh, no, ouch. Ooh. Ugh. Those would be the sounds I be making. Y'all messed me up with this one, bro. I did not know. Like I said, I assumed the feet, and when you think about it, like the way he put it, they're on the tip toes, like on their tippy toes, and all that weight, and then the movement and the plants. That's just, I feel for him now, bro. I feel. Y'all get at me in the comment section, man. Are y'all as shocked or y'all already knew? Let me know. Till next reaction, man, I'm out. Peace. Y'all stay solid. Hey.